You know, Line of Duty, they've always tried to push forward as like Britain's answer to The Wire. But I think they try to do that with Top Boy as well. Well, neither of them are. Line of Duty is incredibly entertaining, but it is a bit OTT, and it's not. The Wire was deeply grounded in reality, and then you got another great program like The Sopranos, which is not deeply grounded in reality, but more grounded in reality than fucking Line of Duty is. Line of Duty is like just a bit like, oh, okay, with the secret, I don't know, some secret police Illuminati shit or whatever the fuck it is, you know what I'm saying? But anyway, but that's not what we're talking about now, is it? No, of course. And, imagine this, you're taking a photo of your cast and crew to celebrate, making your great series. It's a hit show, one of the biggest hit shows on the BBC. And, thanks to all the hard work, guys. All the fans are going to be amped for this. But no, that's not good enough these days for people. They don't want to let people be happy about what they've just done. No, they want to shit on people. Just want to shit on people nowadays, because that's all they got to do in their silly little lives. They're just on their phones looking for someone's going to notice me today. It's like everyone on Twitter is a school shooter in the making, isn't it? It's like, oh, they will remember my name. It's literally that. But they're too pussy to shoot up a school, so they just got to moan online, I suppose. White Line of Duty hit crime show is slammed by diversity campaigners for all-white crew shown in behind-the-scenes photo. A photo thanking the cast and crew of Line of Duty slammed for lack of diversity. We won't read those points because, we'll just go through it. Line of Duty's creators have been criticised for not hiring any black, Asian or mixed crew after a photo of the entirely white team was posted on Twitter. A photo thanking the cast and crew of BBC's Line of Duty, which racked up 9 million viewers on Sunday's finale. That's, to be fair, for modern TV figures, that's pretty impressive. Gone are the days when you used to get Only Fools and Horses to get 90 million viewers on an episode. Obviously, there's never been that many people in the UK. No one quite knows how they pulled it off, but it used to happen. Despite 56 members of the cast and crew posing for a photo on the show set in Northern Ireland, no one appears to be from an ethnic minority background. I wonder why that is. Marvin Cole, a TV producer and Channel 5 newsreader, led the shocked reaction as those who saw the picture realised the crew were all white. She tweeted, "I love the show. I truly do. But is this really the entire crew for the show? If so, why weren't you able to source any black or Asian or mixed crew?" World Production, the show's maker. Alright, okay. There are swaths of trained BAME, that's black, Asian and minority ethnic production crew in this country. There's swaths of them out here. Swaths. Okay. Now, before we get into the rest of it, because there's sort of a good explanation for all this, but there's always a good explanation. I did a film production degree. Completely worthless, but all degrees are kind of worthless anyway. I just thought it'd be better than signing on, because I have no intention of paying the loan back. Trust me on that one. They ain't get a penny for that bullshit. And I would say, now, for all, equal opportunities are available. Let's not get it twisted, okay? Anyone can go to fucking university. You can see that from when you actually go there. I was mature, I was much older than everyone else. I'm like some snotty-nosed student. And I felt like I sold out, and I did sell out. I'm a fucking sellout. A sellout cunt. I'll never do shit like that again. But, from all the people I met and talked to, yeah, anyone could go to university. You don't need to be intelligent or nothing like that. It's not like the old days. You know what I mean? There's nothing stopping for anyone from going to university, and anyone will get a loan. You won't get a loan to start a business, but you get a loan to fucking go to university. It's ridiculous. But I remember, so the point I'm trying to make is that there's no discrimination in university. There's no discrimination against colour, against sexuality, or against intelligence. Now that's the one discrimination. Not all discrimination is bad, because a pilot with no hands should be discriminated against. We can't have no-handed pilots flying our airplanes and crashing us into the fucking sea. I'm fine with that kind of discrimination. You know what I'm saying? So discriminating against people who aren't clever enough to go to university is probably a good thing, but that doesn't happen. But anyway, did this film production course. There's probably it was a big course. It was like over 100 people on there, and I can't remember all their names, but I could tell you all the BAME people on that course probably can't use these two fucking hands. Now 100 people, probably there was literally 3 black girls. How many black boys? I can't remember. Oh yeah, there was one, and he left. One, was there another one too? A couple of Asian boys. Not a lot. Not a lot. In fact, it was probably, bizarrely, because everything doesn't seem to be that way, it was, it probably correlated with the demographics of Britain as a country. As soon as 100 people, and probably about 15% of them were probably from BAME, or terminate BAME. Probably was, and that's the demographics of the UK. It's 86% white. So it was bang on accurate. And also not a lot of women neither. Actually, no, more women than I thought. Not like the music production course I did, which was there was 2 girls on it. It was a proper sausage fest. That girls don't want to be stuck in a studio sweating out, making beats, blood. Girls have got better things to do than that, like singing and dancing. So it's not like it was a course that was over proportionately full of black people, and this is so stupid. It's one of the funny things is the BAME thing is something that the BBC has, and other companies do. Now, I didn't know none of this shit until a few years ago, and 2 of my friends I work with, one's Indian and one's Nigerian, British, but just painting the picture for you there, all right? You know what I'm saying? And they were looking at this thing for, film and TV industry jobs. And my Nigerian friend was like, I was like, oh, what's this? I was like, oh, what's this you're looking at? And he goes, and then my other friend who's Indian, she was like, well, just tell me, you don't give a fuck. I was like, yeah, well, what is it? He was like, oh yeah, you can't apply. I was like, well, and I thought it was an age thing because I'm a lot older, and I was like, oh, is it you got to be under 30? He said, no, you got to be black or basically can't be white. Basically, you just can't be white. That's it. You couldn't be white. And I was like, all right, fair enough. That's all I thought. I was like, okay, fair enough. I guess maybe there isn't enough representation, but there's a hell of a lot of that going on now. It's rampant, where they just have to have these diversity quotas, and they have to have this many people in. There's not enough, and there's pressure. Where's all the black people? It's well, sometimes, do you know what? Maybe black people don't want to be in TV because TV sucks. Maybe they've got better things to do. Anyone thought about that? Do you know what I mean? It's why are there more Jewish footballers? I don't know. Maybe they've got better things to do and make money. Who fucking knows? Who knows? Who fucking knows? So that's a little Jew joke there, but who knows? But the forcing of, which is weird. This is why it's weird that you have it's all white crew. It's well, I'm surprised. I'm shocked at that. Not because I'm shocked going, there needs to be. It's I swear, it's that's kind of the thing that they've been doing. It's no whiteys allowed. It has been like that. And it's and it's such a stupid thing to do, because it's these BBC policies that they've had, just only having black, Asian, or mixed, whatever it is, blah, 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 blah. BAMEs. The BAMEs. Black, Asian, minority, ethnic. So I was I think they could have done... I think they only worded it like that so they could call it BAME. A bit more snappy, but whatever. Totally lost my train of thought. It's such a silly thing to force diversity, because it does go hand in hand in how the BBC have gone, because they have to, because they were just, all they're concerned about is ticking these boxes, instead of getting quality content. And like, the BBC doesn't make anything good anymore. Line of Duty is probably the best thing they probably make now. That's it. It's like, fucking what? It's terrible. It's really bad. You know, it's a public bloody service. So that kind of goes hand in hand. That kind of goes hand in hand with like the state of it right now, how shit it's got. You know, this shit is problematic, man. It's problematic. You can't just force diversity. You know, it will just happen. It will just happen. And it's not even diversity, is it? It's just different colours. It's just different colours. It's not really diverse. It's just different colours. They're all people that like film and television. It's not that diverse, is it? It's not like you've got rocket scientists piled in there. You know what I mean? It's just a silly thing that they got. You know, oh, it's all white. And it's like, well, and it's like, yeah, the UK is fucking white. It's 86% white. You know, it's not like other countries. It's not. We sort of compare ourselves to America in a weird way, which America's got a lot more. You know, you don't realise like how many black people are actually in America. It's like percentage-wise, there's a hell of a lot. You know, I didn't know until I funny enough, until I watched The Wire to bring around The Wire. I didn't know that you had cities that were like majority black in America. But I was thinking they were, you know, it was a similarity to the UK. You get black areas, you know, like Baltimore, where it's like 60% black, yeah, and their politicians are dominated by black faces. And you don't get that in the UK. So obviously, you know, we're not as mixed as. If you just looked at the BBC, you would think that it was like that. But it's not. It's just because they all live in one place, you know, one place where it is, you know, a big city. Big multicultural city. A lot of the UK isn't like that, my friends. So, you know, there are swaths of trained Bane production crew in this country. Yes, just get one of the. I mean, how shit is that? Imagine you getting a job, you know, a dream sort of job on a film set or on a big TV show. You know, you're a boom operator, let's say. Let's say you're operating your boom. You love booming, and you get your break, and you get on set, but then it turns out, oh, you were picked because of the color of your skin. Like, how's that? Obviously, there is a difference between getting picked because of the color, but that's still, you know, discriminated because of the color of your skin, picked because of the color of your skin. You know, everything's just skin deep, is it? Is that the society we want? Where we just look at filling quotas? Now, I went to this job interview a few years ago, and it was so tokenly picked, it was nauseating. And I was the one token white man, and there was a token white woman, and then there was everything else, like just like a pick a mix of ethnicities, just all sorts. Because that's exactly what this recruitment agency had done. Like it was so being painfully obvious. I was looking around going, and I was like, I'm not getting this job. I mean, because it was like, no, I'm a token here right now, and here's a token, here's a token, here's a token. There's so many tokens. I was like, they've literally just filled the quota. Fuck knows who's going to get the job. Whoever's going to get the job was always going to get the job. There was probably about 20 or 30 of us. And I reckon there was like 5 people that were probably actually on the short list, and they just happened to be, you know, non-white, and the rest of them were just picked because it ticked boxes. It was so painfully obvious. It was like, what the fuck is this bullshit? Why waste my time? Why waste her time? His time? Why waste our fucking time? Do you know what I mean? It's like some weird version of nepotism. It's like, oh, we're only going to employ people from the Baxter family. It's like, well, we're only going to employ blacks. Why? I don't know, because everyone keeps saying we're racist. It's so stupid. But moving on, it's like, Dandil, which campaigns for greater diversity, said it was great to see the crew behind Line of Duty, but not the best example of diversity and inclusion. It's just the best people got the fucking job, you imbecile. Does anyone ever think about that? Like, people just do it based on, oh, he's good, he's not. Right. Novelist Bernardine Evaristo said on Twitter, good to see diversity in the BBC is alive and well with a crew that's 85% male and 100% white. Well, yeah, look. Like, I don't know if you've been on a film set or a TV set, love, but majority of them are slinging sausage, and it's a majority white country. That's kind of the way. But like, look, dudes like to be in film crews. It's a dude thing. It's a, you know. Do you know why there's not women on building sites? Do you think that's discriminating against women? That's because women don't want to be on a fucking building site. They got better things to do. Do you ever think about that? No, people don't think like that anymore. They just go, like. And lawyer and activist Dr. Shola Moz Shogbamimu said, "Why are there only white people and no BAME in the cast and crew pick? In age of diversity, inclusion, equality, and opportunities and outcomes, this line of duty is disappointing." See, what kind of fucking talk is that's loony talk, like. See the way the inclusion of equality, opportunity and outcomes. Opportunities and outcomes. You have to have at least one or two. It's becoming like how they used to cast EastEnders. EastEnders was so bad, It's like, oh, we have to have the one Asian family, we've got to have the one black family, we have to have a gay, and probably a tranny, I suppose. It was just like, it was so forced. It was like, look, stop it. To a point where, but they couldn't even get up because there's not enough. You could tell in EastEnders there weren't enough like decent Asian actors in the country to support what they wanted to do, because some of the families like a pick and mix, and it's like, well, they're blatantly not related. Like, he's fucking Iraqi. Like, it's like, do you know what I mean? They sort of drop him in, go, well, he's Asian and he's sort of Asian, and it'd be a mess. And you get one good actor, and some of the others were shit because they were trying to tick boxes. You know what I mean? And it's always like, oh, will you just stop trying so hard? Just stop it. Like, when it comes, it comes. Do you know what I mean? This doesn't happen in football. This doesn't happen in football. Football's great. Do you know why football's so great? Look at, like I said, look. Say you got country's 86% white, right? Look at the England football team from the World Cup last year that did all so well and did us all proud. Like, way overrepresentation of black people in there. Because, like I said, black people make up about 4%, 3% of the UK population, and yet even the starting lineup was probably half black. Definitely. All right, there's a lot of mixed race dudes in the football team. But you know what I'm saying? Like, but they're BAMEs, aren't they? They're on the BAME. Because football doesn't give a fuck about that kind of shit. It's like, are you any good? I remember years ago, they were talking about how there's no Asian, you never get any Indian, British Indian, or Asian footballers because there's not really something they get into. Imagine they started pushing that, trying to get some Indian boys in there. We only had Michael Chopra, I think was Indian. That's it. I was like, what? So you just force some sort of fucking Sunday league team saying, well, he's got to play up front in the World Cup final because to beat some diversity quota. I mean, no. Like England team's great. There's more black boys in there than there are, percentage-wise, which shows black boys are killing it at football. Well, great, good, fucking great. What? So there's loads of white people. White people are killing it at being crew. Fine. Fuck it. Jesus. Not everyone has to do everything. Some people like to do other things. It's fine. Just let people do what they fucking want. Don't be... because what's it going to get to where you have to have, this socialist utopia where you have to have a certain job allocation and go, saying, well, no, I've always wanted to be a chimney sweep. No, because you are Kurdish and we need more Kurdish traffic wardens. But I always wanted to be a chimney sweep. My father's a fucking No. You have to be a Kurdish traffic warden, because that meets a diversity quota. And I will not hear another word from you. Where's this fucking end, you nut jobs? You know what I'm saying? Anyway, the BBC prides itself on diversity and has been criticised in the past for advertising positions within the organisation to solely black, Asian and mixed ethnicity or lower socio-economic applicants. Yes, it has. So, and you've had some BAMEs in there on the cast. It defends the show's creator, Jed Mercurio, saying, I think it's unfair, and Jed has done a lot to promote minorities in different ways. The on-screen use of minorities is good. Furthermore, it may have something to do with the fact that they shoot it in Northern Ireland. Yes. See, here's the original tweet of them being all excited and stuff before people were shouting it. Deborah Williams, chief executive of Creative Diversity Network, told The Express diversity was about more than hiring BAME crew, but admitted there was a problem. She said, diversity isn't just about race. Being gay, disabled, trans, or religious might not be obvious just from looking at the photograph. Oh, right, she's going, well, it probably is really diverse because there's some gays in there. Fuck off. Our monitoring shows while on-screen roles by and large represent the diversity of the UK population, there's a lot more work to do to ensure people who make programs are equally represented. See, this must be equally representative. It's like, look, just give it to whoever's fucking good. Do you know what I'm saying? Because where does this end? It doesn't end good, and it doesn't, and it really causes divisiveness and friction. People are so worried about far right groups and stuff. Why do you keep playing into their hands? It's crazy. The Creative Diversity Network are funded by the UK's major broadcasters, including the BBC, to promote and celebrate diversity. BBC spokesman said the BBC is committed to improving diversity both on and off screen. This includes reflecting the diversity of the UK and its nation and regions. Line of Duty is filmed in Northern Ireland. Yeah, because I don't know if how many black Northern Irish people have you ever met? The only black Irish people I can think of is Samantha Mumba and that geezer from Thin Lizzy. That's it, innit? That is literally all the black people in Ireland. And neither of those were from Northern Ireland. And Northern Ireland's a pretty fucking white place, from what I gathered. And it's shot in Northern Ireland. It's kind of weird it's shot in Northern Ireland, it's set in Birmingham, and yet never mentioned. Whatever. But there you go. That's people losing their shit over a photograph. Yeah, where's the representation? It's I don't know, when I watch a Nollywood film, I'm just where's the representation of the 0.02% of white people that live in Nigeria?